There we go. I think everything works. Hello, konnichiwa. Hola everyone, welcome to the stream. My name is Leo. I'm your resident demi-vampire singer and professional simp. And today we're supposed to be drawing. I said we're supposed to. Well, we are going to be, but I am slightly dreading it. We're starting here because I'm trying to look at my files and see what I can work on live. There are a couple of things that I could do. I'm just too what's the word for it? Self-conscious about it, I guess. Oh. By the way, I was just starting and then I just like I don't remember what fell over, but thankfully the mic was muted, so you guys didn't hear it. Okay, I could like I have multiple ideas of what I could work on, but I am not sure because I have been working very slowly on more emotes for the. Are we all subconscious about our art? Maybe. Self-conscious? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like there's people who are confident enough, like not egotistically speaking, but just, you know, Like, they know that they're good at what they do, and that's pretty much it, and they don't really have any problem sharing the process. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people, which is why I have been like kind of dancing or like, you know, fancying the idea, but I was never like too sure if I wanted to actually expose myself like that. So I've been slowly working on emotes for the Discord server. I've also been doing a little thing for a YouTube short. There was also a Vocaloid trend, I remember, where they used like an audio of like, guess who's my favorite character, or like my favorite Vocaloid out of the main 5, and they make like different illustrations of the 5. It's supposed to be like a meme-ish kind of thing. I also had like the idea of like, I have pending fan arts from like months ago that I have never finished, which I could also work on technically here. I mean, that one's already like kind of halfway done in a sense. I was also working on some OCs recently, and I haven't finished one. And I was also like remembering that I haven't done my thumbnail for tomorrow. That I completely forgot in the midst of all the chaos in my life right now, and that I should probably update my witch illustration for Spooky Month. So those are a couple of ideas, I guess, that I had of like things that I could work on, but I am not quite sure which one I should try and cover today. So many drawing ideas, yes. Hello Tuna, welcome. I have none. Here's the thing, like I have so many pending. Like it used to be just a joke for me, right? Like the whole artist thing of like, oh, I have so many works in progress, haha, and then I don't finish one and I start another, and it used to be like a joke for me because I used to like not work on anything else until I finished one. And then as I got more creative and like a little more experience with my art program, or like the software that I use, which is Medivan Paint Pro, free version of course, I started to see that was not a joke. That is just something that happens when you're too creative, apparently, or something. I don't know, when you have too many ideas. And so the ones that I mentioned just now are just a couple. I am working on art for like 3 different covers as well, and I need to finish at least one. What else do I have? Like I have concept art for another thing that I should probably work on as well. Just, you know, not because I'm in a hurry to finish it right now, but because it would be good to like get a head start on that. I have ideas that I drafted for like a class that I didn't use because I only could like choose one concept, and I chose the one that I could do the easiest in a way, and then I left the other ones for like later. Maybe I could do one of those. I have the emotes that I haven't finished. Like I have everything of the emotes, so I have like drafted in pencil. I have the ideas for the dragon model that I was talking about the other day. I have sketches for like more chibi illustrations. Here's even like the Athena sketch that I did for when I wanted to do my own version for my covers of Epic. There's a lot of things that I just haven't done, or that I started and never finished. Tuna is best food. Yes, indeed. Tuna is the best food. Hold up, I've been holding my... That sounds odd. That sounds suspicious. Anyway, my creativity has died out, and when I get in the GA, it's way above my skill level, so I just practice. But that gets boring. Same. I mean, yeah, I've had a lot of ideas that just don't work out because I don't have the skill level, which is why I don't dabble too much into animation projects. Like, for example, when it comes to the lore videos that I've done, like, originally, right? Like the original idea was like animated things, but I don't have that skill just yet. Like, and I don't know if I want to get like full into animation, really. Like, I don't know that yet, if I really want to do that. I know that I do want to get like as into as possible into like digital illustration, but when it comes to animation, I'm not quite sure, just because it takes a lot of time. So that's why I only do like small stuff for my covers and all of that, and I can't pay someone else to do those for me because they're expensive, and like rightly so. But I worked around like that idea, you know. I started like seeing other VTubers lower videos and stuff, and realized that not all of them are like super like high budget or animated or anything like that. Like they just work frame by frame as well. And so I started doing that with the skill that I had at the time of like doing those, right? Like the second lore video was very rushed. I literally finished the art like a day or two before that thing premiered. It was like chaos. Like the storyboarding was like pretty on time, but then I don't remember why. It was probably uni or something. I was busy with something probably, and I just couldn't work on it properly, and then I was just rushing like 2 days before it to like finish the art, and then recording the lines because I had a script and everything, and then putting everything together, you know. So I wish I could just grab the ideas from my head and put it on right? That would be so much. You know that meme of like the idea in my head and then me when I draw it, and it's like just like not sketches, but you know, like I forget the word for it. I had it in the tip of my tongue and it just went away. Ooh, ad. Nice. Ad. I forgot the word. It'll come back to me eventually, probably someday, maybe. Who knows? I like salmon more now. Like salmon is good, but it's tuna is better, especially like actual raw tuna prepared with cooked is good too, but raw tuna prepared with like ceviche. Raw tuna ceviche is so good. I want some, but it's a little expensive. I really want to try tuna. Yeah, for me it's the other way around. Like tuna's favorite and then salmon. Yum. And in its own category, because it cannot be topped by other things, crab. Crab is so good, but not as common. Anyway. But yeah. Wait, hold on. My chat is not updating. Why is my chat like this? Why is YouTube like this? What's going on? There we go. Like, I see the thing scrolling up here on my screen, but I don't, like, on the my phone, which is where I have the chat, the actual chat, I don't see it scroll up, which is... Raw tuna is godly, exactly. And now I'm hungry. Me too. And I just had breakfast like an hour ago. Fish is so good because you can eat it raw. Meat you have to cook, which sucks because raw is tastier. Well, raw meat is not as tasty, at least for me. I know there are people that do like it like kind of raw. Aside from food poisoning, of course. Oh, give me a second. There we go. I miss my room. I miss my actual room. People don't come in and go as often. But anyway. It raw is better. Only for sillies. Eagle. The texture is better. Taste, I don't know, but I tried and got sick. Yeah, like taste is not very good, and also like aside from the food poisoning, right, that you get from eating raw meat, and even then, like sometimes raw fish also gives you food poisoning. It really is a gamble. I would know. Out of all things that I could possibly eat from the sea, seaweed was the thing that almost killed me. So, you know, it really is a gamble when it comes to seafood and the way it's prepared. But when it comes to normal meats, at least I like raw meat is so hard to eat. And it's just not tasty. So I would rather have it well cooked, honestly. But yeah. And just not have food poisoning. You know, those are not fun times. Anyway. Raw chicken is just the one thing you know you shouldn't eat but really want to. No, I really don't. I see it and I'm like, it looks viscous. I don't know. It has like a certain viscosity on its skin that I'm like, you know, I'm good. I don't know, it's maybe because I know it's supposed to be like, it's not supposed to be eaten like that, then my brain immediately goes like, no, that does not look very appetizing. But with raw tuna is different. I don't know. Ito. Let me see. So I'm still trying to figure out which illustration I'm gonna open right now. Or I'm gonna create, I guess. Because if I do the... I do my OC, I will have to show you this, and I don't know if I want to show you this yet. But if I do Witch Leo for now, I think that could work. In a way. Just need to see like what's the format for these. So if it opens my browser, we're gonna have a problem. Let's see. Let's do canvas of around this size should be good, I think. Okay. And then I don't think I am just impatient too. I am hungry now and don't want to wait 15 minutes until it is done. You would not survive in my family. You would not survive in my family. Probably. You know, just because they make you wait sometimes. Wait, where is that one illustration that I was... Is it not a PNG? Where is... I'm just looking in my folders. Sorry. Oh yeah, it's just not PNG. Well, but I can open this one. Technically speaking. Okay. Oh, and I can just look at it here. Okay, perfect. Then we don't need this. I'm just like pulling up my reference pictures because it's easier that way. Yeah, that was the pose that I want. Now I just need to figure out how to do that in chibi form. Mm. So crop this. Let me delete this. There we go. Ba-bum. Dissolves. How long do they take to prep dinner? It really depends on what they're doing, right? Like, it's mostly when we like gather together and like when we do big family gatherings, that it's like you really have to wait a longish time, or they're cooking all day. So whenever like the hour that we're actually supposed to be eating at, it's like done. But I don't know. There's something about it that I just don't like that much. The face is too big. Hold on, let me just. So if I have a broomstick, well, let me just look at this. How does a broomstick look like? Kind of like this. It has to be bigger though. So kind of like this. And then oh, wrong wrong project. Transform, make it slightly smaller, then give me the body, and I want to, okay, if the neck would be here, so if I want to do this, there has to be one hand holding the broomstick. So beanbag and legs, kind of. That's not how legs look. Hold on. Kind of like. I'm having a hard time visualizing this. Hold on. I'll show it to you in a second. It's just like I have a hard time. How do witches' hats work? Jeez. I'm gonna do this for now. It's just a sketch anyways. But I'm having a hard time visualizing this whole thing. And then this arm would go like here. Kind of. And leg number 1 and leg number 2. Kind of. No, that's too small for the proportions of everything else. And then it'll... where's the face? Here's the face. It has the neck. And so if I do this, kind of be like a little bit like this. I should just have it on display like this. Move this along here. But no, when I tab out, it's just gonna, yeah. Welp. We ball. Alright, let me just... Oh, I am not caught up with chat anymore. Hold on. Longest I've ever worked on dinner was an hour because I made 50 pancakes. Normally it takes 20 minutes or so. Why did you make... First of all, those are not pancakes, but why did you make so many? Just make pasta for dinner, it tastes good enough. I mean, yeah, pasta is very good, and it's also like... it's always too much. It's never like the exact amount, so it's good for like having something to eat for multiple meal times or multiple days. And there's all the rest for that exact reason too. Enki, hello! Raise your person for class. Do you think drawing Connor? DBD pointy. I know they're pointy, but I like the shape of it is like what I'm not very good at. I always struggle with that. Alright, so let us go to the overlay then. Is it showing? It's not showing. Where is it? Here it is. Oh, so now it's not capturing it. Well, that's not good. That is not great. Why? Last time you did capture it. I even showed the cloud that I was doing. Uh-oh. Not again. Hold on. No, this is not the window that I want to be capturing. Let me close this one for now. Window capture. No, wait, where's the other one? I need to delete this one. Yes. No, window capture. Here it is. Oh, there it is. So now you want to capture it. Now I have to resize everything again. Dang it. Okay, let me just put this down here. You guys don't see it because I'm like doing it like off screen. I don't know if that would be the right word for it, but you know, like I'm doing it and you guys can't see it just yet. I'm adjusting a couple of things. I think that should be good. Good enough at least. Alright, let us plug this in and boom. Well, I forget that because I have the transition on. There we go. That's just basically how I sketch chibis. And then I try to work around that. But I'm not quite sure with this one. That's the problem when I sketch that, then I'm like, okay, now how do I turn it into the actual thing? That's why for sketches, I try to do them on like pencil and paper, and then I put like the picture here. And then I hold on. And then I try to transfer that into like digital. So that head needs a bigger base plate. What? Yeah, I know. Leave me alone. Like, I know the hat is bigger, but I was just sketching it because I wanted, like, what I couldn't figure out, it was not, like, the hat can wait. It's the last thing that I want to figure out, right? Like, it should be bigger than this. This is kind of like the shape that we want. But what I wanted to figure out was, like, the hand and all of that, because this is still, like, too tall for it to be, like, the kind of chibi that I want. So, it would be kind of like this. The shape of the face. I don't think we want a neck for this one, because it should be like down, like kind of like crouching in a way. I don't know how to say it. What is this art program? It's called Medivang Paint Pro. Like Traficon, but a really white face. I know. Again, we're just like trying to sketch out, like this should be wider, obviously, like kind of like this big, I feel like. But we're not gonna do that just yet. Like the last thing that I want to figure out is the hat, because it's a thing that it's kind of like harder for me to figure out. But right now what I want to figure out is like the pose, which is for me the best thing to start with, I feel like. I don't know. Now we don't want a neck. Now, what I learned from studying a little bit of chibi anatomy back in the day is that all the bodies are kind of like beanbags. And you don't necessarily have to follow this formula of like the beanbag. It really depends on the type of chibi that you're trying to do. But you can be like this, or you can just do this, or this, like for a more shape, I guess, shaped thing, and then just like transform it from there over the sketch. But I like to do the beanbag because it gives me like better perspective for some reason. For the posture at least. So, yeah. Now where is my reference? I have to open my reference again because I cannot capture the thing for some reason. And now that I can, I want to open my gallery again. Studio mode off. There we go. Where is my reference picture? Here it is. Also, what do you use to draw, as in what screen and stylus? I don't use a screen. I use it. This is a drawing tablet. It doesn't have a screen. It's one of those that's just like the tablet you work on. It's a Wacom 1, and it comes with its own pen and like what's the name of that? Replacements for the tip of the pen. I've never used any of the replacements, and I've had this one for I think 4 years now, 3-4 years at this point. That's what I use for drawing in digital. Before that I used to draw on my phone with one of those pencils that has like a little spongy thing on the tip of one of its ends, like a black spongy tip that's supposed to be for like touch screen, because there are no stylus or pens for my phone, or the model that I have anyways. So I had to use those. That's how I started doing digital art. But after that I just bought this one, which was like the cheapest that I could afford, that had like good-ish reviews. And then I started using it, and now it's the thing that I work with for the most part, or whenever I do digital art, really. Like, I don't use anything else. Now for the legs, how the heck do I do this? Because I want her to be kind of like this. Yeah, that looks exactly like what I want to do. Perfect. And then this one would be like a little more to this side, kind of, but a little less big. Like, not proportions, people, proportions. Wait, what happened here? Oh. What happened there for like 2 seconds? What? Hold on. Bum, 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 bum. Who knows? Anyway. What if you made the crown as a pin and put it on the hat or jacket? Ooh, actually, that's a really good idea. I will put it on the list of when I get to the clothing. But yeah, I really like that idea. Thank you, Milky. No, kind of like that, but a little wider. Hold on, let me just. This is the perfect tool for when I do this kind of thing. When I draw on the same layer. And I forget that I need to draw on separate ones. because it's easier to work when you want to like do this kind of thing. And now I just want to make this a little, just a little more round. Then I just do, nope, kind of like this. Nope, kind of like this. Kind of like this. Nope, kind of like this. Yeah, that looks better. I just want to like do this, this. All right, now we have the legs, arms. So legs are supposed to be floating, but we want, maybe she should be a little more crouched now that I think about it, because otherwise it's gonna look like the arm is like this long. Let me see. Like if I do kind of like this, and then, because she needs to be grabbing this, the broomstick, kind of, so her arm would be a little bent over. Oh, does it disappear when I tab out? I wonder. No, it just sometimes stops capturing it for some reason. Because right now it's still capturing it. But it just goes away for like a second sometimes. I don't know why. The reason why I also, aside from me being self-conscious about my process and all of that, because it's kind of odd for me to have people see when I do this. It's usually like when line art is defined onwards that I let people look at my things. But the other reason why I never did art streams before was because the OBS just did not capture my art, like this program, for some reason. I tried like game capture, I tried window capture, and it would just not do it. And the other day I was surprised. Like I saw Soru some time ago that she ended up doing a drawing stream in Medivang, because she also uses Medivang but had to install Krita for a while because she couldn't capture Medivang either. And she had told me, oh, I drew it on the same layer. And she had told me like, oh yeah, I had to like install this other program because that one OBS does actually capture, and it just doesn't capture Medivang for some reason. And so for the longest time it wouldn't capture it. And the other day I asked her like, what did you do for it to get captured? And she was like, oh, I just use like a website, as if it were like a kind of like a browser capture. I tried that, didn't work. Then I just went like, what if I try to use window capture again, see if it works? And it worked. So here we are. And it didn't work for almost a second there. So, you know, it's very flimsy, it seems like. No, that's too big. I mean, the stick should be bigger or like wider. If I do it like this, transform a little like this, kind of, yeah. She would have to go slightly more towards the front, kind of like that. And then if I want to do this thing, and then just should look almost like a flame, kind of, but not too small. I'll figure out the shape later. I just need the base of it. Okay, that one works better than what I was trying to do right now. So kind of like, Also, kind of like this is just something I say a lot when I'm drawing, because I'm trying to like get my vision correctly, or as much as I can. Like we were saying earlier, it's kind of hard to just to visualize and then like actually get it like you visualized it. That's why sometimes you have to like have a plan B. No, that looks awful. That is not what a broomstick looks like. Maybe I should just... Oh, I kind of like that better. Not quite there yet, but I kind of like that better. So... Is chat not updating again? Hold on. No, it's fine. Good. So that's the face. Now, I'm gonna get rid of the hat here, cause I need to put like more or less what would be like the would kind of go here maybe, or not if it's like the wind. Hold on, let me figure out the position I want this in. Oh. So I should technically... Where's the broom? Because of the thing that I'm trying to do. Should go like this then. And then you... Let's get rid of this for a second. Would have this position. Instead. Hold on. It'll... Folder... Transform. Kind of like this. Right? This would technically be the right way. Which then would mean that you would need to go a little further back. Instead of more front. Yeah, because if I did it the other way around, it's more like she's diving in. And she would still need to be a little further back now that I think about it. But what I want is something like upwards. So... yeah. So then the sketch would have to be readjusted as well, which is a little bit this way. Now the hand, where is the hand? There it is. Now how do we figure out the arm? It's the question. It's the very good question. Okay, so she needs to be grabbing onto this thing. So it would have to go like in this direction, which is why I was saying that maybe she needs to be a little bit more crouched. So that would mean that I need to where is the head? Here's the head. Then I would need to like readjust the position of the beanbag and the head a little bit. So if she's crouching more forward, the top of the beanbag would be more like this, like a little bit more like that, so that when the arm sticks out, it's like more natural for it to be like going kind of like that. Oh, I hate that it keeps like going away when I tab out. So usually the arm would be a little kind of like that. I'm not quite sure about the position of the elbow here. Like, it's not gonna have like a proper elbow like a normal illustration would, but you still need to kind of figure out where it would like bend. Because we need like a fist for her to like grab onto the stick. So it would be like here, kind of, maybe. And then this part of the arm, and then maybe a bit like this. Kind of. Whoop. Still a little too long for it to be a chibi arm, for my liking at least. Maybe if I make the beanbag a little smaller, like still tilting forward, it's just shorter. I'll move the head in a second. I just need to figure out like the position of this. A little bit like this. It's kind of like the best position I can think of. And so then the arm. Let me just try to see if by moving the head I can visualize the arm better. Because it's supposed to be like a 3/4-ish view of the head. So it should be a little more inclined towards the front. Maybe? I don't know. Like still a little like looking straight, but just slightly tilted because she's like bending forwards. So she's shrimping. Basically, she's shrimping. Hold on, let me just check my OBS, make sure everything's working correctly. See that I don't have any notifications from Discord telling me that you guys are not able to chat, because nowadays I can't know due to YouTube being weird with updates. All of us are shrimp, yeah. We all shrimp. Still too, no. Like, if I do the hand here, like the fist. Ah, yeah, that looks a little better. Okay, yeah, I like that. Now I need to figure out how the heck do I do a chibi fist. I had references for chibi hands somewhere around here. Also, when you start drawing, I know there are people who don't like using references, because in a way it does force you to like memorize things. But a lot of artists use references for like visualizing their projects, and that's okay. Or like remembering how anatomy works. Because sometimes you forget how anatomy works. And sometimes anatomy doesn't work in any shape, way, shape, or form, so might as well. Actually, I think I am the only one left, but I don't have a lot to say. Don't worry. No, I was just checking because sometimes I can't trust like the app due to like how earlier it was like scrolling up and then it just like stopped, and turns out like the thing wasn't properly working for me for a second there. Where is... These are all open hands. Okay, here's a fist. So it's square-ish like. Also, I'm just learning how to draw with shapes, because I used to not do that. So I basically had to go back to basics because I never learned the proper way how to draw. Right? So it's all shapes. And then trying to go from shapes to like your actual what you envisioned, your actual vision. So this would be the thumb. So if I do this, hmm. Huh. Huh. If you see me tilting my head, it's because I like the fist is like in the reference that I'm looking at. It's kind of like going like this. Not like that. I forgot now how it looks like. It's like it's grabbing from here. Like the stick would be like this instead of the way I have it here. So I would need to like tilt the fist to figure out how to. Which is why I'm like tilting my head, because I'm trying to figure that out. So how would that look? So kind of like, because you also don't need to, like, when it's chibi, it's not very necessary for you to add a whole lot of detail. It just really depends on what you're trying to like achieve in a way. So when I grab this like this, I'm also just now looking at my hand, because that also works. If you can't like properly understand the reference, just look at your body and it will give you a better idea of how to like things actually work or are supposed to work. Hold on. Yeah, sometimes when I tap out is when like the thing stops capturing for some reason. So if I grab it like this, where's my other hand? Here's my other hand. So if I grab it like this, like if I'm on a broomstick and I grab, yeah, you can only see like, okay. This is just how I draw, by the way. Like if you were ever wondering, oh, what does Leo look like kind of when she's drawing, this is just it. I just don't talk about it out loud. I just do the whole process in my head. Right now I have to talk out loud because, you know, stream, it has to be like at least mildly entertaining, but this is just it, just in silence, me figuring out how the heck does the body work and why. It's just that I can't quite figure out the shape of the hand. Like, I know how it looks like, I just need to properly, like, capture it. I think this could kind of work. Not this. Whoop. Yeah. Just maybe slightly shorter from here. Let me just take away the legs because they're not letting me see properly what I want to see. And change my reference for a little bit because I am not quite understanding this one. Where are my other references? Here's it. Folder. References are the best. I love them, but I do hate how I can't draw from the top of my head. A lot of people just can't. I feel like it's just easier this way, I guess. No, but I feel like a lot of people can't really draw at the top of their head, even if you feel like you could. Or they can, but it just takes time. because it's harder. I know there are people who can, but I think majority of people not really. Can I draw hands to save my life? Me neither. Like, I have problems with everything. I have problems with hair, I have problems with hands, I have problems with feet, I have problems with body shapes. She's a lot anatomy, you know, in general. How would you grab this? Because these ones are not grabbing it from this side. Maybe I should just do it like not as realistic and just put like the hand here and then just like wait. Kind of works. No, not like that. Kind of works. Not really. Maybe just a little more flattened and yeah, it kind of works. Just not that big. I feel like it's a little too round for my liking. I think like this it could work. Now I just need to transform the arm. I once again drew on the same layer. Dang it. There we go. And I just delete this section. Or erase it more like. I'll look at chat in just a sec. I really wanted to figure out the hand. Because it's usually the hardest thing for me to figure out. The position of hands. Maybe then, okay, I just need to put a little, like make the difference between the arm and the hand. So we can just do it like a little bit like this. That works for me. Anyway, let me look at chat for a sec. I have screamed in the Discord about YouTube more than I should have. I cannot draw hands in my life. The more I think about it, the more I realize I have no clue how to draw. The legs, I thought just the knees were enough. Nope, you have to do the whole thing. Oh, you're an artist. What can you draw reliably? The layers cannot hurt me, for I draw on paper. Yeah, that's the advantage of drawing on paper. For sketching, I draw better on paper. For like actual finished products, I draw better on digital. But for like the sketch, like this thing that I'm trying to do, it's better for me on paper than on digital, ironically enough. But when it comes to like a finalized product, and I say product as in like, you know, the final drawing, I work better on digital, which is a little odd for me. I don't know, like I know most like of the very skilled artists, right, just do these like super, like, how do you say it, like they look like paper sketches because they have so much this little of like, oh yeah, like you do the face and then you round it up like that. And but I just can't with like here it just doesn't look the same. Like if I do the circle like this kind of, and then I just try to do like the face, usually what I would do on paper is a little bit like this, right? Like I would just like start doing this until it has like a proper, like the shape that I want. For example, like this. Like this. And it's easier to round than when I do it here. And it has to do a little bit with the correction parameters, because it just, but you know, I have it like when, like, for it to look like this. Again, I drew on the same layer, so everything moves, but for it to look like this, and then do like, oh yeah, hair, like, ooh, hair. I don't know. I'm just drawing like silly right now. That's odd. Kind of, what would hair like this look like? Let's just say like this, and then the neck, and like do this, and like this type of sketch on digital. It doesn't look that bad right now, but it's harder for me to like conceive, I guess, sketches like these on digital than it is for me to do like on paper. I don't know if I still have my Athena sketch here, because I used it for the illustration for Little Wolf and then Love in Paradise. Well, for Love in Paradise I didn't use it anymore because I had already like the base of it, so I just changed expressions. But I don't think I have it downloaded anymore. I probably deleted it already. Sorry, I had to yawn. Let me look for when Midivang is now not showing anymore. Should. Well, let me just see if I can find it on my recycle bin. Should be somewhere here, technically speaking. Nope, I think it's gone. Yeah, I completely deleted it. But I used to have it on here because that way I was able, because and it's on the server anyways. If you guys have not joined the server, join the server. You can look at some of my sketches there sometimes when I upload, or other illustrations that I just do for funsies. But yeah, for that, like, I had the picture of this sketch here, and then I just started like doing more defined line art over it, right? So yeah. I prefer traditional, but I have trouble finishing a drawing with full coloring and line art. I just try to clarify my sketch most of the time. I mean, I think that's just mostly how it goes oftentimes. I actually, like, when it comes to digital art, I guess it's that I have my finger over the tablet. Like between the tablet and my pencil, and I'm just like drawing over my finger like this. Nice. That just happened because I move my hands a lot when I talk, even though you guys can't see that. But what was he saying? I forgot. Oh yeah, I actually like the sketchy, like, looking drawings that are not like a defined line, but it's just more like this, kind, like a little bit like this. I like that in traditional art. When it comes to digital art, I'm more used to the lines being, even if they're like very thin lines, I'm used to them being like just like straight lines and not like this, you know, sketch kind of looking drawing. But I actually like the drawings that look more like they're sketches, like they still have a little bit of like the leftover thingies here, you know. I wonder if I should show you what I was working on before this, which is one of my OCs. I haven't the perfect solution for references. Just take pictures of your hands for later. I have hundreds of your friends for later, and they're free. Yeah, like you can look at like pictures of people, like IRL people online as well doing poses, and that also helped. Like that, you just like sketch over it the whole skeleton like this, like how you would do the face, and then the where the neck is. Well, that's not a neck, but this is just a very badly drawn. But and then you do like the curve. What I've learned from other artists is that when you want to do a body, and you want to make like a more dynamic pose, or just want to figure out where the body is going, you have to do like these lines of like how the pose would look. So for example, like this would be maybe a more neck, not like that, and then kind of like the stomach area and the hips, and then just leggies. So that already gives you like a better idea of how the body should be moving. And then the hands, you just like figure out elbows and where the hand goes. And kind of like this, Hello, Star Girl. Thank you. Welcome. But yeah, just kind of like this is the general idea of how like to sketch over IRL pictures for you to find like the pose that you want, and then from there you start like working on the details, like the actual line art ish. Suyi. And I like my sketches, like these type of sketches, so I usually save them. But that's what I've learned from like watching other people teach you like how to do art. Wait, that didn't go away. I know. Where's the eraser? Here it is. So yeah, arms. Arms are hard. Because I actually wanted to do the position I'm trying to do more like, where are the legs? Where did there are the legs. I was like, where did I leave the legs? And now where was my reference picture? I lost my reference picture. Because what I want to simulate is like her going at like kind of full speed ahead. Sorry, I just now live and breathe Epic the musical, and I cannot help myself. Kind of like going full speed. So that's why I'm trying to be very specific about positioning in for this one, because usually I just do it the best that I can, but for this one I wanted to be like kind of like a bit more exact because of what I'm trying to have her do, or the thing that I'm trying to emulate here. So if I want her to be holding her hat when I do this, it would be kind of like this, like just the, maybe kind of like that, but not quite. It like this arm would probably not be as visible. Now I'm just remembering, didn't Tyler say on the server that he wanted, like, oh yeah, I would attend a Leo drawing class. Where is he? This basically has turned into a little bit of like tips for drawing with Leo or something similar. Transform. Also, sorry guys that I didn't stream yesterday. I know I had promised to do a Mori, but ever since I did that last trip to visit family for Independence Day and all of that, celebrations, I had already taken steps to bettering my sleep schedule. It was great for a moment and I was doing a lot of progress, and then that trip just ruined everything. And I've been trying to get back into that, but instead of like going back to a more healthy sleep schedule, it's been getting worse. I actually had to take melatonin yesterday because I have not been able to have like a proper Sleep night. That is a horrible witch hat. That was a horrible witch hat. Where are the witch hats? Okay, this was more like yeah, this more not quite good, but this looks more like a witch hat. But yeah, that's why yesterday I was like, you know what? I was awake at like almost 6 a.m. I had not slept at all. I just had insomnia. So I was like, you know what? I need to cancel. I'm not going to be able to properly stream like this. So that's why I had to cancel. But thankfully, next Tuesday I have the day off. So we're gonna be able to like make up for it and play like 4 hours of Omori. See, maybe we probably won't be able to finish it just yet because I think there's still a lot left of the story because we still have a whole day left on the real world. But yeah, where is the hat? The line that I did for this. That's the body. It's the face. Oh, here it is. Nice. I think so, yeah. I will ask him. You told us that at 5 in the morning. You just wake up or were you going to sleep? I had been on bed for like 3 hours. No, 2 hours at that point. I had been trying to sleep for like 2 hours at that point. And it just did not work. And I just couldn't sleep. That was basically it. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna be able to wake up. And in fact, I woke up at like 12 p.m. that day. Because it was not just me being awake that, like, not being able to sleep that day. I had already been like that for a week. And so it was starting to like catch up to me, like that I would wake up and feel like I was, ran over by something. So yeah. Does this have anything? Nope. Okay. It's an empty layer. Oh, add. Hello, Tuna. Oh, no, wait. The chat reset. There we go. Oh, wow. Insomnia sucks so much. Yeah. And sometimes there's not a reason for it because I've not been necessarily... Sometimes you get insomnia when you're stressed. I don't feel like I've been stressed a whole lot recently. And I would know. At least somewhat. Because I get stressed most of the time. But I feel like I have not been that stressed lately. So I don't know why. It just started like flaring up like the whole insomnia thing all of a sudden. So that's why last night I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take melatonin, and if I sleep a little, like if I only sleep like 5 hours, at least I'm gonna try to sleep like have a deep sleep for 5 hours. So yeah, and thankfully it helped me go to bed earlier, and that way I just had to. This is also an empty layer. I just had to fall asleep, which wasn't as tricky as other days, so that's also a good thing. This is also an empty layer. God, I have so many empty layers. Now I just need to figure out the freaking hat, so I can figure out the hair and all of that and start doing more details. What does a witch hat look like? Okay, here's a good reference, I feel like. Because I did download my references beforehand just because I knew I probably would need them. And it's not the same streaming with my browser open and without my browser open. The school stress is already killing me. You know, for it being my last semester, it has not been as stressful. It has been stressful, but in other ways, not so much as like, oh, I have so much work to do, more as in like, oh, the teacher is so absent. I should be doing stuff, but I can't work on anything because she has to give us instructions first and she's just not around. She doesn't show up, so we can do much. you know? So it's been more like the stress of like, I have a neglectful teacher right now in my last semester when it's like the most important thing that we need to do. But I learned I'm more calm because I can't do anything about it other than when she actually shows up and is like, oh, you need to like do this and have it ready by this date. I just do it. And I think you might finish Omori next stream, depending if you want to still finish side quests. I only have one side quest left from what I know. And I don't know how I would go back from the deep well to all the way back to Otherworld right now. I feel like that one is probably lost already. I don't know why I just thought of like the Pirates of the Caribbean theme. Kind of. Yeah, that kind of looks better. Not quite a witch hat, but also sorry if like it keeps going like black and then showing up again. I'm just like tapping out constantly because I'm trying to look at the reference that I have. Whoop. If I just do... Nope, not like that. Just transform normally. A little more tilted upwards. Yay. So I need more face here. Where's head? Here's the head. Whee. There it is. No. There we go. And I think you can go back. There is a point of no return where you can still go around headspace. If you want, either me or Tyler will warn you. Yeah, that would be best, because if I can still go back, I would rather know when is the point where I'm like, okay, if you don't do this thing right now, like, or any other things that are you have pending, then you are never gonna be able to do them again, because from here on onwards, like, you're not coming back to headspace or something. Because I assume, right, that eventually you're not gonna be able to access headspace just because you're supposed to leave. You know, Omori's supposed to be moving out, so I'm like, so eventually I'm not gonna be able to come back here because the game's gonna end. That type of thing. Now, like this, a little bit like this. Oh, Doe wants the door open for him. Give me a sec. There we go. I messed up the ending of last year and just ignore my email and open projects. Hold on. Let me look at this. I messed up the ending of last year and I just ignore my email and the open projects. I have to face my consequences in the form of old projects piling on top of the new ones. Yeah. Oh my god. I had to close the door again because Dogo just like keeps going in and out. Hello, our cats, welcome. But yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, that happens when you like procrastinate. I would know about that. I don't know about like when it's homework, or most of the times I never let homework like pile up, just because I know how stressful it is to like be doing everything at the last second. But I do know about like the projects of the channel, them piling up and then being like, oh god, I have so much work to do and it's my fault and no one else's because I'm the one giving myself this amount of work. You know, like no one's pressuring me, but I'm stressing myself out because I'm like, I have so much to do, and I'm like, and whose fault is that? Could have just taken it slow and easy, but no. There we go. And I think, okay, now I need to, where's the other arm? I think I deleted it. Yeah, I deleted it. So if I want her holding the head like this, it will kind of... It has to be a little bigger, the hand. Where's my reference again? Here it is. So the shoulder goes like higher, so the arm would go like this. Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to see most of the arm, but that's completely fine. This is gonna be covered by the face and the hair anyway. So then kind of be like this, and then no, like that, or like on this side. There we go. Thank you for stopping by, our cats. I need a second monitor. Anytime I try to look at my reference, I leave stream. Yeah, same. Which is why I have one here, but the cable doesn't work. I need to buy a new one. Like I finally achieved my dream of having 2 monitors. The problem is I don't have the cable for this one. Well, I do have it, but it doesn't properly work. So I need to get a new one. Yeah, like this, and then where's the hand? Here. In that way. Oh. Did a little too much. There we go. And that way she's holding the hat. We can just use this to differentiate like the hand from the arm. Just delete a little bit of that. A little bit of this. Nope. I don't like that. It's gonna have to be this way. Okay. So we have the base now. It should probably... Okay. I don't like it that much anymore. Should probably be a little bit more like tilted. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. No, not this one. Where's the other layer? Here's the other layer. Whee. Yeah, that looks way better. Okay. Now we need to just delete this little section here. Boom, 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 boom. All right. I think that looks better-ish. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. What if I just don't? That looks a little odd. Has to be kind of chunky, but not that chunky. It has to be a little more like curved to this side, I feel like. Can you see that my perfectionism is shining through right now? Can you tell? There we go. Think that would be better? Kind of. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. I'm setting up a second monitor in the form of a second laptop. Nice. Just a little. All right, there we go. I think that looks way better. Okay. So now I'm just stretching because I'm already tired. It's been an hour and a half. What? Where's my water? I need to hydrate. My throat is getting dry. Perfectionism is the only reason I want to go digital, to learn digital. Getting to just press a button and retry sounds like heaven. Yeah, until you go back to traditional and you're like, wait, I have to erase. You're like, wait, I have to erase. It has happened to me a couple of times that I'm like just using the normal pen and I'm like, oh yeah, and I try to press and I'm like, oh wait, no, this is not how it works. Or sometimes you grab the wrong pen and you're like, why is it not working? And it's just like, it's the normal pen, it's not your like tablet pen or whatever you get, right? Now that I think about it, I actually have to make a list of things that I need channel wise. Which are a lot of things, but you know. All right, now we figure out here first. So, where's the original sketch? This is the room here. So it would instead be like here. Kind of. So there's a correct way of using like these lines, but I just make them so I can know like exactly where my character is supposed to be looking at. Like she's gonna be looking like to the front, right? Like this way. But I need to know like more or less where I'm gonna put like her features, like the eyes. Like for example, if she goes here or if she's gonna like do this. A little more here, and then that way I just like figure out where the rest of the things are. But this is just more like a guide for me to like know, for example, where to put this hair and all that. Now how does my hair work? So it would be, my hair is not that long, hold on. Yeah, that kind of like that could work. And then you don't get to see most of it here because it's already covered by the wind. I mean the arm and all of that, and it would go like this a little bit. Oop. Also, when you get a digital whether it's a drawing tablet with screen or no screen, or like a normal tablet with a pen and all of that, if it already has like the pen, you have to configure it so like you know how much pressure you want it to have. Like when you press a certain way, how strong do you want like the trace to be, right? So like if I just press hard enough, it does it like this, but if I do it like normally, it does it like this. But I can just do this as well, you know, and that's like a very light touch. But I can just do like, it can just evolve depending on like how hard you press. So you need to configure it out to like your own customize it to your own needs, right? Because you might press it harder, but you don't want, like, usually you press your pens harder, but you don't want the line to look like this thick, so you can actually like calibrate it so even if you do this, it looks more like this. Hello, number 7, welcome, good to see you here. So that's also one of the blessings of digital art, I guess. But you can also just do that with a normal pen on paper. Now that the hair is figured out, I want to do the little thing here. Now they said, I think it works more for like the suggestion that Milky gave us for the crown. I think it helps more, it works better as like a pin on the either the hat or the clothes. I will figure that out in a sec. Let me just erase the extra here. Welcome back. Alrighty, and so a little like this. Yeah, it kind of looks better. Ito. So now for clothes, I have no idea what I'm gonna dress her. Like, I have no idea what kind of witchy clothes I want. Most wore skirts. But do I want a skirt? That's a real question. Hmm. Alright. I was drinking water and I was thinking. So, I like more flowy clothes. So, what I can do is like, yes, give her pants. Because pants rule. Skirts are also pretty, but I just don't find them very practical most of the time. Are we drawing Leo as a witch or something specific? Yeah, we're doing a little drawing of me as a witch for Spooky Month that starts next week. Also, guys, you know what I just realized a couple of days ago? That I was like, oh, right, I should probably do something for that. I don't know what, but I should probably do something for that or something. I don't know. My anniversary, like my streaming anniversary is coming up. Sometimes I forget that that's a thing. My streaming anniversary is coming up, and I have no idea what I'm gonna do about it. Because I kind of forgot that that was a thing that was happening. Spooky month is best month. Spooky month is the month that I made my triumphal return to streaming, but now on YouTube and stayed. Wait, when is that? It's October 15th. I started streaming here on YouTube on October 15th of 2022. So, yeah, you know, just casual thing that happens that I kind of forgot. Normal stuff. If you hear that, it's my doggo playing. He's trying to catch my attention, but he won't get it because I'm busy right now. But yeah, my streaming anniversary is coming up and I have no idea what to do about it. Wait, what? My birthday is at 14? Nice. You know, it's just like how... Was it Milky's or was it... No, it was not Milky's. It was... Quakers was on the 3rd, if I remember. No. It was on July 20 something or 30 something, right? Then it's... I'm forgetting right now their name because their username is different. Maple. Yeah. Because their username on YouTube is different from like the name they use. Maple is, or it was, I don't remember. But Maple is August 1st and then my birthday is August 2nd. I don't know if anyone's birthday is around the time of my channel, of like the channel anniversary. And you might be wondering, but Leo, why do you count them as separate things? Because I started the channel way before I started streaming. I was originally not a VTuber, nor did I knew what a VTuber was, nor did I had plans of becoming one. And then boom, I discovered what VTubers were and I was like, that's cool, I want to be one. And here we are. It took me like 2 years to become a VTuber from when I originally wanted to be. Am I the only one who just got an ad? No, you're not the only one. It's just the thing that happens now. Why? Because I am finally monetized by YouTube. And I configure it so they appear as little as possible, but you're still gonna get them a little bit sometimes. Because I need money to buy a new PC. So I'm gonna get help whenever wherever I can. So I know it's gonna be a little bit annoying, but bear with me, please. But yeah. So that's why anniversary, streaming anniversary and channel anniversary are different things. Cause one happened way before the other. Like the channel is 5 years old, almost 6 at this point, because we're at the end of the year. Should probably turn off ad blocker. No, if you have it, that's fine. Like, don't worry. Don't you don't have to go out of your way to like remove it if you don't want to. It's just like a general thing, I guess. It's just a thing that's there. Like, you don't have to go out of your way of like removing your ad blocker if you don't want to or anything. Don't worry about it. It's just like a little extra that I can get. So far, I'm not like a millionaire or anything like that, nor am I making like huge amounts of money, but I'm getting something from the videos that are monetized, that are able to be monetized. So that is already a huge help. So don't worry, guys. You don't necessarily need to go out of your way to do that kind of thing. It's fine. But if you want to, like, I won't stop you nor judge you for that. It's just like if you don't need to feel forced. That's more like the word I was looking for. Now you just turn it off during stream. Okay. Where is the arm? So I have pants, and I know that I want to make myself a coat, but what would I have inside of the coat? Like a shirt? Yeah, I'm just gonna improvise then. Now I just need to, where are the legs and the pants? Panchy pants. Here are the panchy pants. Okay, so I'm gonna move the legs up here with the panchy pants. I'm gonna make a folder. I'm gonna hide everything because it's distracting me from the arm. There we go. Also, where's the old beanbag? I need to get rid of that. Yeah. Bye. Here's the arm. And now I get to do flowy thingy. There we go. Should I add like a band here? Yeah. And then like this. Kind of, not quite. There we go. And for this side would be, this is the elbow would be around here, so that's that. And then the clothing would be like kind of like this. And the sleeve then would go like that. Yeah. And now the front are more like this thing. How long do I want this thing to be? I just do sorry, I'm just thinking. What is my favorite food? The pasta, any kind of pasta. I love pasta. In general, noodles. 4-cheese pasta is like the best, but my stomach cannot like handle it anymore. Same with 4-cheese pizza. It's just the greatest thing on earth, but my stomach cannot handle it anymore. But yeah, any kind of pasta, noodles. I have not tried udon, but I feel like I would like it. I have tried pho. Pho is great. Pho is amazing. I think I've tried ramen at one point, but that was a very long time ago, so I don't remember, but I probably liked it. Just, any other type of like normal pasta, like um the little tubular ones, I forget their name, but they're usually used for like fettuccine alfredo. Those just like the noodle pasta. Pasta is great in general. And potatoes. Yeah. This reminds me, my teacher is a genius. He recorded tons of extra classes on specific subjects to study and just tell us to watch that and to study, and he makes money of it. Yeah, that sounds very that sounds very smart actually. When I get a does it delay the stream? I don't know actually. Should probably check that. I think that the delaying the stream depends more on your internet connection than on the ad itself. But I actually don't know. I would need to see about that. Actually, tomorrow we're gonna be celebrating not just that we hit 1K almost like a month ago, but I wasn't able to do the stream until now. But also because of the monetization, because that was also a goal that we had and we reached it, and now our next goal is 100k, and that's why the counter is there. Let me just check a little something first. And I am not very sure how I want to do my skirt, or like my coat here. There we go. Now the code. Or should I just do like kind of like those shirts that are very fit with like the neck? Just I mean, it's more similar to what I wear on my model, right? So and it's just like a fit shirt with where are the pants? The pants with like the little sash and pants. Maybe. But I kind of want a flowy coat, that's the thing. Where the pinch? So if I do a coat, I have to probably go like this a little bit. Yeah, I guess it would only work like this. Unless I did this. No. Not sure. I'm hungry. Me too. Wait, how much are we talking about food? I'm starting to get hungry again too. Yeah, like again, I had breakfast not that long ago, but now I'm hungry again. Man, well, it's 1 p.m., so it's around my lunchtime soon anyway, but you know, still. I feel like I should not be hungry yet. But here we are. I don't know how I want my coat. I should reach. This is a waist, so I should reach like around here, and then from here just spiral. But no, I don't like how it looks. That's the problem. And none of the reference that I have here use coats. They use more like capes. Or just normal shirts. Like, what do you eat for breakfast? You said it's the heaviest meal for you, and that's just baffling to me. It should be because that's when you get the most nutrients for you to function as a human being for the rest of your day. Because at night it's not supposed to be you have less activity, and thus your body burns less calories. When you're sleeping, you're still burning calories, but it's not as active as it should be during the day. Now, for me, it really depends. Having breakfast is a gamble for me, because during lunchtime and dinner, I am not in charge of that. Someone else is, of like making it, and that's what decides what we're eating. But during breakfast, I just grab whatever I find. Like, for example, I had like 2 sliced sausages with ketchup this morning, and an apple, and that was it. But it should be your heaviest meal. No worries, number 7. Thank you for stepping by. If by the time you come back I'm no longer here, then you can always watch the rest of the pod. That still helps, by the way. Just you watching the live streams and like the VODs and re-listening to the covers and all of that, that also helps a huge amount. So so you guys don't feel like you have to go above and beyond. So yeah. But thank you for stepping by. Sausage for breakfast? Yes. Are you not used to like eating your eggs with sausage? I did not eat eggs, by the way. I did not eat eggs, but it's very common here to just do scrambled eggs with sausage, or just eat like an omelet with sausages on the side and bacon, or what my mom likes to do often is like scrambled eggs with ham. Number 1, no, then you're weird. Or boiled eggs. I guess just eggs is usually just a breakfast meal. I ate eggs for breakfast in different shapes and forms for like 18 years of my life. So when I finally became just responsible of my own breakfast, I stopped eating eggs for breakfast because I am tired of eggs, and so I don't have them often anymore. But I used to. I don't eat eggs for breakfast. Well, then that's your thing. Like, I don't either, but that's out of choice, not so much like, that's not a thing. I don't know. What do you guys eat for breakfast? Now that I think about it, like, I don't know a lot about any European country other than the British drink tea apparently, but tea is not that tasty often, more often than not. Let me go open the door again. Where are we angry con? Also hi. Yeah, what do you Europeans eat for breakfast? Because otherwise, I know a lot of people that eat like these are more like Mexican food that I know a lot of people eat during breakfast, which are gorditas, chilaquiles, tamales, because I am not pronouncing it. Like, if I were to pronounce it in how English pronounces it, it would be tamales, gorditas, and I don't know if there's a way for you guys to pronounce chilaquiles. Have a quiz right now so I can stay confused. Give me the TLDR later. Okay. They eat souls of children. Good luck, Con. My breakfast is a bowl of yogurt with muesli or 2 slices of bread. Lunch is nothing, 2 slices of bread. Dinner is the standard meal split in 3. You see, that's the problem. You eat too little during your active hours, which is why well, I don't know if you function as a human being, but you can't properly function like that. Or maybe you can, but you shouldn't. It's not healthy. Like, I know this because my cousin's husband only eats 1 meal a day, and he's extremely thin, and that's great and all. And he's strong. It's not like he doesn't work out or anything, but it's just not healthy. Souls is not common food. So you do eat them. It's just not common food. Man. Anyway, but yeah, it's just not a healthy lifestyle. I have ceased functioning. I take 2 hours to write a simple email. See, like the purpose of you like eating more during light hours or daytime, like when you wake up, and then during lunch, is so you can properly like function, so your body has sustenance to properly function. And then at night, because you are less active, you need to eat like a lighter meal, because that way you're not gonna overwork your poor body to like try to process all the things that you ate for breakfast before bed when it's already winding down. You know what I mean? Like, I stopped drawing, now I'm just talking about this. How do I explain this? Do you have any idea how expensive is in this economy a whole soul? Well, I don't know. I don't eat souls, I just drink blood. It's different. Alright? And that you can just like sink your teeth into whoever you want and then drink it, but not very sanitary. So you do have to be like very picky with who you choose as your victim. But that's a whole different can of worms. Or just go to a blood bank and steal some samples. I don't know. But I'm just scratching my dog because he's here. He's here craving attention. But that's why you're supposed to like eat your heavier meals during the day, because it's for like energy purposes for your body. And then at night, something like, no, I'm not saying that you need to starve yourself, but it has to be something lighter that is not as heavy as the other 2 meals, because that way your body will be able to process that when it's less active more efficiently than when it will like do it during the day. Because at night, I think don't quote me on this, but what I'm about to say right now. I know the rest because a nutriologist explained it to me, but I think the one that I'm about to say, I think it's because the processes for like digesting slow down at night. Like, they're still working because of course you intake food, so you need to process it, but they don't work the same. I think they slow down, and that's why when you eat a very heavy meal, you're like, and you get like a stomach ache during the night, because your body's no longer processing it the way it probably would have during the day, because it's like slowing down, and that's why it can't properly digest what you just ate. What counts as a light dinner meal for you, and do you even eat bread? The best food. I'm not very fond of bread. I do eat bread, but I'm not. I can't survive without it. What's eaten here the most is sweet bread, like the ones that have it's not plain bread. It's just like pan dulce, which is like Have you ever seen melon pan in Japan? That is like this round with some like sugar stuff on top of it, like sugar rectangles on top of it, kind of. We have something similar, but it's not melon pan. It's a concha. We call it concha, which would be like a shell, but it's not. It doesn't have the form of a shell. Uh, um, and that can be either vanilla or chocolate or strawberry, and it's the same idea as the melon pan, but it's just like the flavors are different and the constitution of it is a little bit different from melon pan. So that's the type of bread that is usually eaten here, like sugary bread, like bread with sweet on top, with other sweets, types of sweets on top. No bread. 80% of my diet is bread. Yeah, I could see that. And just yogurt in the morning is not gonna give you sustenance. No wonder you're hungry. A light meal would be maybe what you are eating for dinner. That would kind of be like a light meal. Maybe add an extra thing there, and that, so it's like a little bit more filling. But that is a light meal, like a light dinner. Sorry, a light dinner would be like what you're eating for breakfast. You know, so. And again, and I'm saying this because that's what a nutrologist told me a long time ago, and I think they're still working with that system. So, and it makes sense, but we're used to do it the other way around, and that's why there are problems. So yeah, but yeah, I don't eat a lot of bread. I mostly eat white bread for sandwiches and whatever it's called, like the hot dog bread that you use for hot dogs. Uh, and then what else? What other type of bread do I eat? Like the sweet bread, and that's pretty much it. But sweet bread is usually just my dinner because it's just one piece, uh, and nothing else. And it's when people bring it in, because if it's out of like my own, I don't get bread out of my own volition unless it's for sandwiches. Before, because I used to only eat toast with butter for breakfast. But nowadays I don't eat that for breakfast anymore, or at least not as often. And so I don't really need to get bread. What, Leon? This is unacceptable. White bread, really? I don't like it, like that brown integral bread. I don't know how it's called. Like, I don't know if it's called integral in English. Here we call it pan integral. It's the brown one, and sometimes it has like nuts around it and stuff, and I don't like it. First of all, I don't like nuts. Second of all, I just don't like the brown bread. White bread is better, tastier. And there's no bread without like sugar here, so you know, maybe yours is more natural. I don't like brown bread. The only time I've liked one was one that had like berries in it, like in its form. It was brown bread, and it had like dehydrated hold on. It had like dehydrated cranberries and stuff in it, and that one was good. But I got just brown bread by itself, or with nuts, or the integral bread. It's just not. I don't like it. White bread is the best. I was gonna say the breast. White bread is the best. Period. You can just dunk it in choky milk. It's great. There you have like improvised sweet bread. But yeah, I just don't like brown bread. I'm sorry. This is why I'm not European, I guess. Now, jacket. How do I do the jacket? Gosh darn it. Maybe just like this. Hmm. Yeah, that kind of works. That kind of works. For me, at least. And I don't have to draw it on the other side because it's not visible. Yay! Yep. That works for me. Alrighty. So... yeah, like that works. And now... the under... okay, hold on. So for the rest of the jacket, would go like up here and here. So kind of like this. And the other side is not very visible, but it's there. Maybe I should just... no, I think that's good. And then... and just to signify that there is a blouse here. Or maybe it could just be like a black shirt of sorts. Kind of like this. Yeah, I like that. And then... wait, hold on. What's here? Nothing. Okay. And then a necklace. Just to be fancy. And I think that's pretty good. Oh, actually. Oh, an ad. Why is there red in your chocolate milk? Because you dip it in. Do you guys not do that? That's just very common here. Actually, you know what? Here. Just do this. It's not gonna be very visible anyways. But like a chain earring with a quartz or something like that for, because I do have an earring like this. There we go. Well, no, I actually want a little more. Okay, this, and then boom, 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 boom. I also don't like chalky milk a whole lot. It's just like the only way now that I can enjoy maybe just white bread by itself. I usually just put like either red berries like jelly or peanut butter on my like my white bread slices if I'm not making a sandwich. Or Nutella when I have Nutella. I don't have Nutella right now. That kind of stuff. Wait. This is a face. Okay, so I have to... no, not that one. Here. There we go. Now where's the hair? This is a jacket. These are the earrings. This is a hat. Evil Nutella. You're just weird. I think people should put more of their regular food in the Discord. It's a fun cultural difference, and I realize that things with the same name look completely different in different countries. Yeah, maybe your Nutella is horrible, but ours is great. I will die on this hill. Where's the hair? Where did I leave the hair? This is an arm. Where's the hair? Oh, here's the hair. Ugh, sorry. I'm still I slept more, but I'm still a little eepy. There we go. And also this. And then the ear, well, I have to go back to the face, don't I? Yep. The ear is gonna like disappear from here. That rhymed. And we delete this. And then from the face as well. It's gonna be like this. There we go. Ito. Or should the face actually? I'm not sure. No, I think that's good. Or not. No, actually the face, this side of the face should just keep being there. And we're just gonna delete this section then. Where's the beanbag? Here's beanbag. Yeah, that looks better. Okay. Nutella is just too expensive. Better to get your chocolate paste from a different brand. Way cheaper. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I say Nutella because that's the way people know it, like, as. But it's also very expensive here, so I just don't buy that one. I eat like off-brand. Off-brand Nutella, I guess. And it is way cheaper. But I don't eat it, like I used to when I was a kid, but nowadays I don't eat it as often because I'm not very fond of chocolate in general anymore. But you know. Okay, I delete this. I am hungry now. Dang it. I'm gonna have to go downstairs and get a slice of bread with peanut butter, probably. I don't know where this is. I'm gonna have to find it in the shack. No, not this one. This is the arm. So anything that's like around here from the leg is gonna have to disappear. Off-brand is good. Nutella's too. Oh no, I already read that. Okay, I think no, I didn't. Off-brand is good. Nutella is too expensive and sweet in comparison to the off-brand ones. I hate Nutella as a brand, not chocolate based as a product. What is sambal? Like I've heard sambal, but I don't think sambal is a thing here. Isn't that an Indonesian thing? Now that I remember, I've heard people talk about sambal in Indonesia. And I'm probably butchering that as well. Ito. I opened my browser. I hope nothing explodes. Sambal. Oh, it's like chili? Oh, I know that there's like a dish that has like that uses peanut butter with sambal in it, and it looks kind of tasty actually. There, I opened the door for my doggo for the last time today. Sorry, I almost yawned there. But yeah, no, sambal is not a thing here. I've never seen it around. I bet it would be good. Oh, it's a spice used in China, India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, and Sri Lanka. Oh. I bet that with peanut butter would actually be good. I would probably die from the spice, but it would probably be good. Ah, my stomach is hurting because I'm hungry. Dang it. Oh, I forgot about the crown. I could probably put it. I would need to make this like thinner then. I think you can make your own really now. Yes, it is Indonesian. We Dutch have a lot of Indonesian foods. My family a lot because my grandparents lived there. Oh, really? Cool. Like cool as in like it's very interesting like how they brought some of like the culture from over there to your family. Not cool as in the reasons why they had to live there, but you know what I mean, right? Interesting. Okay, let me just do this. Or no, actually, you know what? I could make the pin like around here or here. Probably here would be best, like to do the crown. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. And it still floats. And I would add like the gemstone later because it's kind of hard for me to do this one, but yay. A little smaller maybe, but that works for me. Anyway, it's so good but stinks a lot, so I don't take I don't take it to school. Yeah, no, that doesn't sound very good. Like a very good idea. Now where is the broomstick? Here is the broomstick. Cause I'm gonna have to delete part of the food here. But here is where I need to delete a section of the broomstick. And then here, because it's gonna, the leg is over it. From the hand as well. This tells me that there's not like a proper line here. So we're gonna do it like more transparent, and then where's the hand? Here. So we're gonna do this and then make the broom again. And now those are the pants. Where are the pants? The panchy pants. The panchy pants. This one is gonna disappear and disappear. And the leg in the pants. And the leg. No, that's not the leg. Hold on. Where is the section of the leg? What? I'm gonna need to find where it is. Dang it. Where is the part of the leg then? What? Where is the real question is where are the arms? Here's the arm. So we get rid of this. Yeah. Okay, so wherever the legs are, I'm gonna have to erase this. Okay. Where is the rest of that leg? I need to figure that out. Yeah, things like that are really interesting. I love Indonesian food, and it is the one thing I want to be able to cook from scratch, but it is one of those dishes that takes you. Yeah, that's. I feel like that's the quote unquote problem, because it's not a problem. It's just that it's very. It takes a lot of time. With a lot of Asian foods, that they take you like multiple days because you have to leave certain things to like to rest or to cook for a long time. Tyler says it looks really good, but the chat box doesn't show up for him. Huh. And he says hi. Maybe you have some art tips left for him. What art tips do I have left? Because we're about to end soon. Just try to draw. I mean, because I already gave like my whole my whole TED talk about, which was the only thing I had probably about where's the sketch that I had that I did for like explaining dynamic lines and all of that. Here, like this whole thing. Oh wait, this is not it. This is it. The whole dynamic lines and all of that. I feel like I have not a lot of things to add, but at least for chibis, because I remember you guys asked me a little bit about that. The whole secret, at least for like the majority of the body, it's in, you know, also dynamic lines like the ones that I showed there, but also just like the head that usually has to be a little bit bigger. Not necessarily like huge. I know some do like big head, very small body, which is fine. It's just not the style that I prefer. Like they just do this, like very small body, and that already counts as chibi. A lot of like the fun thing about drawing chibis is that it can be very flexible. It's a style that it's very flexible because it can be whatever you want or whatever way you want it. As long as like the only usual rules that you'll have is that it doesn't have to be like it shouldn't be, not my horrible handwriting, hold on, the pencil's too small, not too detailed. Like don't do the same mistake I did when I was drawing Danhang, which I'm gonna open the file so you can see how I tripped with my own foot and on that one. Let me open it. Open sesame or something. There it is. Like I have the reference illustration and everything here. So as you can see, this character has a lot of detail on his clothing, right? I don't know if it's showing. Yeah, it is showing. Okay. So this character has a lot of detail in his clothing. A chibi, of course, because this is like a normal size character, like, you know, how you see it in video games and all of that. And usual models. A chibi should not have this level of detail like to the T. The whole thing about the chibi is that it's a simplified version of the original or of whatever you want to do. That's why, for example, when it comes to chibis, you can either do eyes like this or wrong wrong project, spoilers, I guess, or they can be like these giant eyes, right? Like the ones that you usually see like this, right? Kind of like that. That's a very rough eye, which now reminds me that I haven't done her eyes, but that's gonna be the last thing I do. Because eyes are my favorite thing, but are also very hard. So you can do this type of eyes, or you can do this that I call like ragdoll eyes. This is actually a style that I try to develop myself in a way, inspired by other styles as well of like chibis, which I call a ragdoll chibi, because as you can see, there are no like hands like this, or like the fingers are not very detailed, or more like there are no fingers. That's what I was about trying to say. There's like the hand of the chibi can be either a little more detailed, like this, 4 fingers. You can even have just 3 fingers, or just, you know, kind of like a mitten, or you can have the 5 fingers, but it's still like very round, very more like simplistic, right? That can be, this looks horrible, but that can be like the hand of the chibi. This ragdoll style that I do for myself, it's just like this because it's easier to do. And the feet are usually just like these type of like shapes. They're not, again, detailed. And when you draw it from like the front, they do kind of like this shape. And you can also do that for like normal illustrations like this, because unless your character doesn't have shoes and you want to draw the toes, you can usually get away with the shape and then just draw the shoe on top of it. So yeah, but going back to my point, chibis are not supposed to be like extremely detailed. They can be, but for your sake, they shouldn't be. Just because look at this, it's too like cramped up together, and at one point I stopped knowing where something began and where what ended, because again, in this space it has enough like room to breathe, like all the details, the little clouds here, the belt, all of that. But here it's just there's not enough space, so you start cramming things up. And so now this thing that is like on his torso, like for example the beginning of this little cloud here, like this is like his waist, that's where the belt is, and this is more like up on his like pectoral area. Here is just here, like the pectoral area of the chibi is like around here, like, it ends like around here, so his like belly is kind of like this area ish, and then the leg, like the waist, like the below waist and all of that, and the legs. But here the belt is like lower because I couldn't put it like here because he would look like too small, and you know, so don't add too much don't overcomplicate yourself and add way too much detail when, like, yes, the original design may have it, but you can simplify it. I could have just done like the shape of this, which is here, the sash, and just a little simple like belt like this with maybe this shape here, and that was that, and not add like all the clouds. And like this is not even the cloud like that you see here. This is like the golden thingy that goes here, that should be like around the waist, and it's now in his pectoral area, like on his chest area, you know. So don't add too many details, don't overcomplicate yourself. The hair looks great. I think it's one of my best that I've done so far. But as you can see, I've not finished it because I saw the nightmare that I did for myself and I never went back to it. I just stopped there. So yeah, when you do a chibi, it's more simplified styles like this. Like I could have probably done a more detailed dress or jacket and stuff, but it's not necessary. That's for illustrations like this one, which I guess I'll show you now because I already accidentally spoiled you a little bit. This is just an OC that I have. This is for more like detailed illustrations like this, like that type of thing, like adding little beads here and there, or this is still very simplified, but I could add a lot of like details here and there if I wanted, like the earrings, like the super small earrings here. That will have more detail when I define them, but here is just like this, you know, just a circle, a rectangle for the central piece, and you know, when if I did it like more detailed, it would be maybe like this type of earring, kind of like this, and then I would do like the little chain that holds it together, and add like do a little more shape like this maybe. And of course in a bigger form, and this would be like a normal earring. And when you do this type of thing for like live 2D for a model, you have to like do each chain separately. Like this should be one layer and this another and this another, and then this little thing is attached to this so it can move alongside this, but in a way that when like the chain goes like this way, you can just adapt the shape to be here and all of that. That's why things have to be very separated in layers if you want them to have like physics and stuff. For my actual earrings on this model, I think it's just let me look at myself for a second there. Yeah, it's just like a chain. I didn't overcomplicate myself for that one, and I just did like these little 3 chains, but I did them together, and then separately I did I can't draw bolts right now, the bolt. So that way, and I think I didn't even do 3, I think I just did 2 chains, and I stuck like the second one to the bolt, so to the lightning bolt, so it would just like move in a more simplified way. But yeah, when it comes to chibis, don't not too detailed. The most important detail about it, like for you to find your position or form, is the head. You will define with the head whether you're looking forward or 3/4 or just up or down, right? Usually these lines are helpful for you to locate more or less where you're gonna place the eyes. People have different ways of using them, and they tell you like, oh, this is the correct way, and usually you make 2 to make like the eyes like in that area, but I just use them as like reference to know where I'm gonna locate them or how, but I don't really follow them to the T, right? I just like use them to locate where I'm gonna put the mouth and the eyes, and where the character is gonna be looking, whether to the front or to the side, or up or down. Well, not that low, but you know what I mean. Kind of like that. So it's the head and the body, and the simpler way I found to do the torso is just think of a beanbag. Kind of just think of a beanbag, and based on like when you define where your face is facing towards, where the character is facing towards, you can determine whether you want to do it like this, or if it's gonna be like a little tilted, then the beanbag is also gonna be a little tilted. Like it's not gonna be as like straightforward as like this one that is looking to the front, or it can be like this, and then you can determine where you want the limbs from there, right? Like for example, it's looking to this side, like the character, but their arms are here. I don't know. And or if you want it more tilted, then it's just like, here's the ass, I guess. And then the arms are like kind of like that. It's not very good, this example, but you know what I mean. Yay, Tyler! Is this for Halloween? Yeah. This is for Spooky Month. I just gave a whole TED talk about that. Mermaid OC? Kind of. Could you tell because of the scales? Could you tell because of the scales? But yeah, this is for like Spooky Month. So yeah, I guess the 3 rules that I personally have for chibis is like not too detailed, which is the most important one, so you don't over complicate yourself and suffer like me with this. And really where the whole base is at is the head and the beanbag body, and then from there you can just determine the limbs. And usually when you draw the arms, you can just do like these little things, but I like them a little more. I like them to have like a little resemblance of an elbow, even if you can't properly see it. But you can just do, like I said, like with feet, this works. But with arms, it can this kind of shape can also work, or like a little more elongated, because arms are usually bigger, Halloween themed art links to one of my Q&A questions. What a coincidence. Nice. Yeah, exactly that. Well, like, can you tell because of the little like scales that I just like drafted over her? Originally she wasn't gonna have them, but at the last minute I was like, you know what? Yeah, I want her to show scales. So there it is. But yeah. So I guess that, and the whole TED talk that I gave about reference pictures with like IRL people, and this thing like about the dynamic lines. Where is it again? Oh, look, a skeleton of a chibi, or like a more tall chibi, because you can also just draw them without the neck, and that works too. Again, like the fun thing about chibis is that they are very malleable. This is just the style that I found, which is like this chibi is more like a fusion between your usual chibis, like the style that you see more often, and my ragdoll style, which is the style that I chose for myself, right? For a lot of my works. Although I've forgone like these eyes in favor of like more detailed ones, just because that's my preference. But you can also just do these, and it works fine anyway. And when where is it? Here it is. Haha, dynamic lines. Wait, no, the whole body's moving. There we go. Dynamic lines. Woo! To like shape where your body's moving. I give this tip of a dynamic lens, but I barely use it. But it is useful when you're like not able to, when you're trying to do like the sketch and all that, and you're like, I can't figure out like how to turn the body parts. That the dynamic line is very, very helpful. So yeah, VTuber, have your questions ready. Yeah, that's why I've also have not like done that many tangents outside of art today, because I want to save whatever I'm gonna talk about tomorrow. So, because I'm probably gonna talk a lot. So yeah, do a lot of brainstorming. Yeah, and you know, this OC is just for myself. It's just something that I envisioned at one point. It's not part of the lore, but I do have a couple of lore things to work on that I'm not gonna show you for obvious reasons, but you know, it's just a reminder that that exists. Where's the arm? Okay, this is the arm. Okay, so I do this. So I would have to do then like this. Yeah. That doesn't look very good. There we go. Here. Where is that lower section? Or is that part of the sleeve? I think that's just part of the sleeve. Yeah. Now I need the hair to like erase this section. Where is it? Where is the hair? Here. Hair. Here it is. Okay, so I just do this and this and here. There we go. Now I just need to erase these little details here and there. But that would be pretty much it for this one, I feel like. I know we didn't finish it, but it's been like it's been 2 hours and a half. And I do need to get lunch soon, so I'm probably gonna end it here. I'm still gonna look at chat one last time, but yeah, here. It's like, this is the final product of that started like, do I still have it? Yeah, that started like this. Like, okay, let me just put everything together in one folder so I can just like click on and off of it. Is it here? Yeah, it started like this. This was the initial sketch that I did when we started around when we started the stream, because I didn't start it right away. And this is the final product. See? Just takes a lot of practice. The worst is that I thought of some and forgotten. Dang. We also have to work on the lore. Yes. I have to brainstorm my questions ready Random trivia questions suitable for a job interview and random stuff. All right. I mean, that's fine. You can ask as long as, like, of course, you can just leave your questions and then I will determine if I feel like something is too invasive, but I doubt it. So you can just ask whatever you want. Also, as a reminder for the bot watchers or other people that are here, tomorrow I'm gonna be celebrating 1K and monetization on the stream, on this channel, on stream tomorrow. And I promised that whenever we reach 1K subscribers, I was gonna do a drinking stream. So it's gonna be a drinking stream, and it's gonna be a combination of two things. Like, I ask you guys over on my community posts as well as on the Discord server. Join the Discord server, the link is in the description if you haven't yet, to leave me questions to answer, because it's gonna be like a just chatting format. But also, I'm not just gonna be doing a just chatting, if the time allows, because if I have a lot of questions and then we go on tangents like usual, we would probably be there for a very long time, and my times are not my own only. I also, other people depend on my times and I depend on other people's times. But if we have the time, I am also going to be playing Papa's Freezeria, which, if you don't know the Papa Louie games, what are you doing? Go and look them up and play them if you can, because they used to be flash games, so a lot of them are not available for online, like, playing anymore. But I think you can download the zip code on the official page and just play it for free on the computer. But this one is on Steam, Papa's Freezeria. It's my childhood and I love it. So and if I am going to be like slightly inebriated, then it's probably gonna be more fun to like try to do orders like that. So if the time allows, I'm gonna be doing that as well. But for the most part, it's just gonna be like a just chatting format with me answering questions that you have and all of that. So that's good progress for 2.5 hours. Wish I was here to see all through. I mean, the buddies will be here, so you can like do a fast forward if you want, of how I started. Like, I think I didn't show you guys how I started doing this. I just show you like, yeah, here's the sketch, and then from there I started working. But yeah, and then what I do for that, like, usually I just like put the idea like this, even if it looks like very bad, and then I just like lower the opacity, and on top of it I start working on how I actually want it to look like, and that's how we get from this to that. So yeah. Connor will be so happy, yeah. And with that, guys, I made sure my questions. Oh, ad! Dang it. I made sure my questions weren't invasive of your privacy, don't worry. Yeah, like, I know you guys probably won't ask that type of thing. It's just like as an FYI, so people know just in case. But I know you guys probably are not gonna ask that type of thing. So yeah, you can either leave your questions on the community post that I did or on the designated section on the Discord server. And with that, thanks so much for coming. Thanks so much for being here and giving me a couple of your hours. That was not as horrible as I thought it was gonna be. It was frightening, as in putting myself on the spot and showing you my brain process of when I draw, right? Because it's just something that I don't do in general. IRL, I don't show people when I draw, because I don't know, why would I? Self-consciousness and all of that. But it was fun. I really liked it. So maybe we'll do this more often in the future. I was actually thinking about maybe one day having like a little I draw your profile pictures or something like that. Or other things that VTuber do is like, live commissions where you draw their profile pictures or something like that, but it's through super chats. Maybe that will be like later down the line, but that is also an idea. So we can do different things for this, or I can just work while we talk and all of that. So yeah. But with that, I will see you guys tomorrow for the celebration stream and to answer your questions and all of that. So let me just take us to the ending screen so I don't keep on yapping too much. Whoop. There we go. I may have water and food. on hand. I'm sure you won't get drunk, just in case to reduce alcohol in your system. Yeah, I will probably have something to eat around, just in case, and water. Because the idea is to like, yes, haha, funny, she's inebriated, but not to the point where I can't like properly see or like do stuff, because someone's gotta end the stream and it's gotta be me. So yeah. But with that, I will see you tomorrow with the just chatting / drinking stream. I also have to do the thumbnail for that. I probably should have worked on that. It's whatever. I can reuse some assets and whip up a quick thumbnail. But yeah. And with that, I will see you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye. Take care. Bye bye. Yeah. Happy time zone.